when I got on, I had to jump on and talk about it with
All right, tell us about it too, okay?
you. All right. It's kind of like what Jonathan Kaminga going through right now with the Warriors, right? So what the Warriors did with Jonathan Kaminga is it's his contract year. So in order for me not to pay him what he's truly worth, I then, because I'm the owner, I'm benching him. So I got him coming off the bench so he can't get his numbers up. So we gonna pay him a high thing. So what Drake is saying is, hey, um, the labels inflated Kendrick numbers. So when Drake get to come to the table to negotiate, they can be like, listen, man, your value done dipped a little bit. The numbers ain't used to be. So instead of giving you 400 million, we're gonna give you this 2 or this 100 million. That's what Drake is talking about. Now, with the whole Kendrick stuff, it's bad timing because it looked like you were a sore loser. But I see exactly what Drake talking about. They just trying to get Drake numbers low so they can get him for the low, knowing that they still gonna get $1 billion worth of production from him.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
But they can't change the contract though.
No. He's talking about the re-up. He's saying that Drake has fulfilled his contract, or he's about to fulfill his contract. And then now that they're going through the negotiation phase, they knew that it was about to be a re-up. And so they inflated the numbers and so that they can come back and then lowball Drake from what it is that he's going to wind up giving them as far as production. And basically they trying to get him for cheaper than they normally would. And that's one of the reasons why Drake is going through this lawsuit. That makes sense. Like when you explain it to me, and I'm assuming, I'm gonna just take everything at face value because that's all I have to go off of. When you break it down to me like that, that makes sense to me.
Yeah,
you see
and
what I'm saying?
When Slimmy was talking about the 100 gigs that Drake dropped, and they made him snatch it down, that's because they don't want him to inflate his value. They try to keep his value dead in the market, and they doing a good job of it right now because Drake ain't nobody really checking for him right now. So after he dropped his last album, which I think is gonna be him and Party, okay, it's time to renegotiate the contract. Well, Drake, we can't give you another 400 million, bro, because you ain't like that no more. We can give you 100.
But he got the same. But he has the same. I get what you're saying, but he has the same. He has the same marketing package. That like so all of the major artists on UMG because it's Drake, it's Kendrick, it's Nicki Minaj, right? All of those artists have those same the same streaming packages, the same marketing packages. So what's different outside of that?
Okay, they went to Spotify, which is the largest streaming.
Correct. Well, UMG owns part of that. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So it's already a conflict of interest. So they
that's what I said.
Listen, if you drop the number 30% and play him exponentially more, that'll be great for us. And then they win too because they own it. So they just turned Kendrick Rapper up to the max because this is basically in basketball terms, it's a contract year for Drake. And let me tell you what the label's not gonna do, and you can see it. Why they not really messing with Drake right now. All right. No label is gonna send you out the door steaming hot. So Drake label ain't been messing with him. Anything that he throw out there is not sticking because he can't get that push behind the label. So they don't know if he gonna re-up right now. But if Drake be like, okay, listen, we gonna re-up, then you will see that label push. It's a conflict of interest. It's night and day. I can see it.
Yeah.
And I don't like Drake.
No, that's why I look at you as a little bit more credible. And again, I'm just taking it at face value because, in my opinion, it's all speculation. But if you're explaining it to me like that, that makes sense.
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
Yeah, but the only thing is, he got to deal with the scrutiny that come with it now.
Yeah, but
I don't care. I want my 600 million, 500 million, 400 million. I want whatever it is. Listen, that's what I'm fighting for. I want my bag.
Listen, think about it. In his rap career, this is his last hurrah. Do you want 600 million you got to work for, or 600 million you gonna go to court for? Man, give me my bag, man. Forget what y'all talking about. He already got his house built in Toronto.
I mean, that makes sense.
Give me the bag.
Quentin, you putting people in chat jail? That's what they saying.
Okay, so
Quentin, what are you doing? What are you doing over there, bro? Why are you putting people in chat jail and you muted? And they telling on you in the chat. Quentin, I can't hear you, bro.
Some bitch ass nigga said he live in Oklahoma City gonna be. I said, nigga, the last person that underestimated me, they dead, nigga.
Oh,
Like,
Quentin, come on, don't say that. Quentin, you can't say that.
It's
Jesus, Quentin, you
I'm
can't
not
say
lying.
the last
last
person
nigga that
that
underestimated
Quentin,
me is in the ground.
we not gonna do that, Quentin. We not doing
I'm not
we
lying.
No, it don't matter. We don't want it.
Quick Google search.
We don't want to put that type of.
Wait a minute,
stop,
dude.
stop, bro.
What?
Stop, bro. Stop.
I tell you, Peter Quentin is the only thug on this show.
Stop.
No, we don't want to talk about that. Stop, 2K. Stop.
He the only person that's He's a street nigga, right?
Oh my God.
okay, so I just text someone. So Drake still has another 5 years on that contract.
Woo!
That 2 years, Micca. You know better. They do albums, baby.
No. That's the thing. No, he didn't sign for albums. He signed for publishing. That don't have nothing to do with albums. And he signed for his everything around it. His tours, his merch.
A 360?
Yes.
Drake ain't
No
signed.
way.
Yes.
You can't believe that.
Yes. He signed for everything around it.
Drake signed a 360.
Y'all about to start having me pull
But
up my own
it's a
sources.
360 on a major level. So now it makes sense why they did give him that,
Y'all
400
about to
million.
start having me pull out my own sources now. I got some big dogs in the industry.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, that's what I literally just called. Well, text. Because all right, remember when we were talking about this the last time, and I told y'all that
I got some sources.
That Drake was using bots. All I did was call the person that actually put the bots in for Drake. And then Slimmy, what happened in what like 2 days later? Then academics came out and reported on what I told you before academics came out and said it.
I'm gonna see if my people is up now, because I didn't want to do this, but
Hey, if Drake's signed for publishing, which I'm pretty sure he get a good chunk of, and a 360 deal, Drake got the worst contract of all time. That's TLC type contract.
It's encompassing of a lot. Like 400 million is not chump change.
I don't know about that. We got to. I need some. You got to state your source on that one.
I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing I did with Slimmy. I'll send it to you. Well, Slimmy got it back before anything, because academics said something about it.
Okay, here you go. Right, say if Drake signed. Okay, that's a hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm really looking for this now. Like, it's just
I'm hearing the 5
things.
Yep, it accomplished publishing, and then his them tours, and
I don't know about music contracts, so I can't really speak on this, on the contracts themselves. The only thing that I'm really focused on is I think that people are underestimating.
Hold on, Eric D, what are you talking about? Micca receipts ain't like Anton receipts. What does that mean?
I receive who?
Because I could put a lot of people on blast and I don't.
I don't know a lot about music contracts, so I can't speak on this in particular. But I just think that people are underestimating the lawsuit itself or the reasons, the logic behind the lawsuit itself. I think that people
Yeah.
are underestimating it. It's so simple to just look at it on the surface and say, "Oh man, he lost a battle." I don't think that Drake cares about that more than he cares about the bag.
Yeah, I mean, he lost to Pusha T too, and he ain't act like this.
That's what I'm saying. I think that he cares more about his money and his success than he cares about a rap beef.
No, he acted like this. It was just different. It was a little different. This is like the highest extent you could go to as an artist to sue your own label. That's extreme.
That's what
That's
I'm
what I'm
saying.
He was just going at other artists when he lost to Pusha T. You could tell he was feeling some type of way. This is different. This is
This
definitely different.
that bag, man. This tampering.
I
This
honestly think
Well,
that
no,
I think that this has some. Again, I don't know the reason why. It's all speculation. I believe that it has more to do with the contract that he either has going up or that he's trying to get out of or something. I think it's something related to that. 2K explained it to me the best because again, I'm a little
Yeah, he
slower than
definitely.
everybody else. 2K explained it to me about what he believes is going on to where I can understand it the best. I think it has more to do with the contract than it got to do with anything else.
Yeah. Cause listen, even like if I'm another label, I'm coming to the other label defense because the last thing we need is somebody like Drake going independent. We
Yeah,
just
I
can't
don't
have
think that they
it.
want him going independent. That would be a problem.
Bro,
Any
that's
major artist, any major artist going independent will be a problem.
yeah, they're gonna have to do them like they did Tory Lane. Mm.
They said, meanwhile, Quentin having a 5-versus-1 with the chat. Quentin, what are you doing, man?
See, the thing about it is, you see why I called these. They think they can say anything, nigga. Y'all don't know
Quentin,
me.
Jesus, it's just after hours, bro. Why
Nah,
are you
these niggas
versing the
think they can
chat,
say
Quentin?
anything, nigga. You say what?
Why are you versing the chat?
They talk too much, and you
They
wonder why I call
supposed
them.
to. They the chat.
And
It's
you
after
wonder,
hours.
no, nigga, they gotta have some normal freaking Discord. They want to talk shit. You want to talk shit? Run up and find out, niggas. I could
Oh,
be a nigga
Quentin.
just like y'all.
Quentin. Jesus Christ. That's the chat. You ain't even supposed to be focusing on the chat.
Dang, next time, make this the first topic. That way I can call
What?
people when it's still like 10
No,
o'clock.
because I don't want you calling people and doing that. I don't want you to have to do all that.
No, because
We just kicking
because
it.
they can actually give you. All right, so the reason why I know a little bit about the streaming thing is because I know the guy that does the streaming farms for them.
Yeah, see, this was my thing. Like I said, like a long time ago, I'm like, man, like when the streaming services first came out, I was just like, yo, it seemed like these motherfuckers is tied to the record labels
Oh, you know
because
what? You know what? I don't
all
mean to
they
cut you off. Have y'all seen that episode of Vice with the gentleman? What's the guy from that died?
The who?
The guy
I don't
that
know what
died
that
from The
is.
Wire.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
Oh,
you talking about when he died
Michael.
though? I know who you
Yeah,
talking about.
Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he did this show. He did the show on Vice, right?
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
okay, so the gentleman that did the show on Vice, he interviewed the man I'm talking about. Okay, his name is Chad Focus. He does the streaming farms for the whole industry.
Yeah, and they saying that's part of the reason why homeboy.
You can go look it up.
Yeah, no, I do know what you're talking about.
I
2K,
watched
you
that.
on me?
You watched it?
Yeah, with the dude with the cut on his face, he played
Yes,
Omar.
Omar. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, Omar. Yeah,
Yeah, you can go
Michael
look it
K.
up.
Williams. Thank you, AJ.
You
Michael
can
K.
go look it up.
Williams.
You can go look it up. He does it for all of them. He does it for all
Honestly,
of them.
again, I just think that I think that record labels are dying.
They are.
And
They definitely are.
I
That's what
believe
everybody
that
agrees.
when you have somebody like him defect, listen, as much as people want to hate him because it's popular to hate him, he just sold out 87 shows back to back to back. He sold out 87 shows. And less than a year ago, he sold out 87 shows. All right. So as much as people want to hate him, the dude is gonna be rich for the rest of his life. He's
Yeah.
going to. He has a catalog that will stream billions of views every single year, regardless of how you feel about him. Every album that he releases, he's going to make a ton of money off of. The question isn't none of that stuff.
Mhm.
Because he is what he is. Don't matter what he do, he's gonna drop. He's gonna sell. It's gonna be whatever it's gonna be. The question isn't about that. The question is, if he leaves a major label and is able to do even remotely what he's been doing with the label and prove that he doesn't need the label, because if there's anybody that I'm going to bet on to be able to drop some hits, it's going to be him. If he's able to prove that, what does that say as far as putting a nail in the coffin of the label for other major artists to then defect and say, all right, listen, we can do this on our own also?
But Anton, other than direct consumer, how would he be able to do it?
What do
Because
you
the
Yeah,
mean?
major
he
labels.
not gonna be able to do it.
He's not going to be able to do what?
No, listen to what I'm about to say, Anton.
He not gonna be able to do it.
Other than direct to consumer, okay, because Kanye even talked about this, okay? Other than direct to consumer, how would he be able to sell? Okay. So the reason why most artists go with the major labels is because they
For
have
distribution.
access. They have
That
Yeah.
access.
you don't need distribution
No,
anymore in
listen
the
to what I'm
same.
saying. Listen to what hold on. Listen to what I'm about to say. Listen to what I'm
Yeah,
about to
you
ask you.
do.
How would he get access to being able to promote on the streaming platforms? Because
Yeah.
all they have to do, and they have done it to multiple artists, and multiple artists sue Spotify all the time. How would he be able to reach the pinnacles that he's at right now independently if the labels don't allow it? They do this
And
to
They will,
multiple artists already.
what she
they
said,
will box them out.
because you got to understand these places got relationships with these labels.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
listen, y'all
They will
allow
box
Drake to come here, then my next 12 artists, which is the future, will never be on y'all show in our life. And I know what you thinking, Anton, because you thinking the logical way. Drake he plugged in. He got all these relationships, but if you make these folks choose, they gonna have to. And Kanye been telling us about this long ago.
Well, that's what I just said. I just said
I
Kanye talks
haven't
about
answered the
it.
question.
Tory Lanez talked about it.
Y'all asked me the
There's tons
question.
of people that talk about
I
it.
haven't answered the question.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Ye just dropped, and he went number one.
Ye still
His last album that he did independently with Ty Dolla $ign went number one with no promotion, no distribution, just all him,
But
100%
that's
him.
what I said, direct to consumer, right?
So hear me out. The way that labels distribute music is not the same way that the label is. Drake is not a normal artist. We're not talking about Big Crit, right? We're not talking about any of these people. We're talking about the fact that he already is who he is and he's already built up the fan base that he has. So we're not talking about a new artist that needs to be promoted in order to get visibility. We're not talking about them type of artists. We're talking about one of the biggest artists in the world. Not even just in the United States of America, in the world. And all he got to do is drop an Instagram post to say, hey, I'm dropping right now. So the question then becomes, what do these type of artists that have this type of visibility need a label for?
They don't need the label.
wait,
They
Mika.
don't.
Anton, don't forget how they portray Kanye now.
I
Crazy
don't
man.
care. It don't matter how they portrayed him. He dropped when he wanted to drop, and he sold out.
I get it.
No, but that's my point. You can do direct to consumer.
Drake
But
don't got
what I'm saying, go ahead.
Kanye. You
Yeah,
can't
the
you
The
can't
thing
forget
is,
these people is
like
crazy.
they walk in no more.
yeah, the
And
thing is, like
then you gotta
Drake
think
is so used to
about
being on a label.
then you gotta think about the other stuff. You got the the concerts and things like that. All of that are relationships. That's Live Nation. Live Nation literally is in a deal with Ticketmaster and Rock Nation. So a lot of those artists that are signed there and these major labels, they all have all those relationships because they're all eating off of the ticket sales and things like that. So he wouldn't be able to get into big venues if they don't allow
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they would box them out. But the main thing is though, the main thing is like with any type of distribution, you still gotta be linked to they don't it's not being either BMI or ASCAP. One of them. Damn.
You gotta be linked to either one of them.